Why, hello, class. Today, Monday, we are going to be preparing to give our speeches um, for our capstone presentation. Our capstone presentation is going to be next Tuesday. So we have, like 6 school days to get ready for it. So today is just a busy work day, which is kind of nice. You're not writing anything, you're not like creating anything new. You're just getting ready to make the speech. And so, what I have here for you are 2 slides of very specific instructions. And I want you to just follow them. Okay? So, you might want to watch this a couple times to make sure you have them right. And I'm going to walk you through it using Lucas's speech and show you what I want you to do. So, I've shared a Google slide called Speech and Images. And all we're doing is we're going to put our speech and an image on each slide in like a clear way. So the first thing you need to do, is you are going to copy your speech into the matching slide and text box. So you go to your speech. So if I'm Lucas, I go to the speech I've been writing. I go to slide 2, and I'm going to copy that text. And I copy this text, and I want to spark your audience's interest in your project. So look, spark your audience's interest in your project. All right. So I go to this box and I paste it in. All right. Now I look at my directions. What does it say next? So I did number 1. Number 2, erase the title. Okay. So I go here and I need to erase the title. The title's there so you know what to put there, but we don't want the audience to see that. So now you're going to erase it. Okay, let's see step 3. Step 3 is to resize the speech. So, I don't want it off the slide. So I'm going to select the text box. I'm going to make it bigger. Now you want the speech to actually take up very little of your slide, as little as you possibly can, because you want it to be about the image. All right, then you go here. So I've resized the speech. Now this is the one part that might take some thinking. Now I want you to reread it and see if it should be shortened. So I want Lucas to go through here and see if he has any lines that maybe repeat themselves or aren't necessary. The shorter the better on every slide. Okay? And then finally, you're going to repeat steps for each slide. So now I'm going to go back to 1, but I'm going to do it for the next slide. Okay? So now I'm finding introduce yourself and explain why you chose this topic. So I find that. I copy that. I paste it. So what are my steps again? I copied it. Did I erase the title? No, I have to erase the title. All right, now I have to resize the speech. Okay, so now it takes up a very small amount. Great. And then reread it to see if it should be shortened. And then I go to the next slide. Does that make sense? I hope it does. That's part one. And all you're doing that for every single slide. So, you go through, each part of your slide has a section here. And you will need to do all of that where you delete the boxes and you resize it. Okay? Now, there's a part two to this. And that's where you go to this slide, part two. Now, you're going to find one image that truly matches your slide. And you're doing this for every single slide. So, Lucas goes here. He needs to read a speech. I bet almost everyone is not that crazy about aircraft and aviation, but you should think about how many people work so hard to make huge planes soar above the clouds. You know that these planes fly over your heads every day and the engines roar, so you can definitely hear them. The story started on December 17th, 1903, when the Wright brothers made their first flight. So maybe a picture here of just like a general airplane, or maybe of the Wright brothers. Now, one place you might find a picture is you might remember a video or an article that has a great photograph you want to use. And that's a great spot to get it. But if not, what you could do is you could, go online and find Wright brothers plane or something. And then you look through the images, see which one you kind of like the best. I kind of like this one. I'm going to screenshot this. I don't want any of those X's. Okay, so I put it in. Now let's see. What does it tell me to do next? It says, okay, find one image, paste it in, which I did, resize it so it takes up all of the space. So now I need to resize. Oof, that's going to be hard. Ugh, I don't know if I like that. I feel like now it's blurry. So I could keep it like that, but I might look now for a different image, maybe one that will be a different size. Let's maybe try this one. I don't like this photo as much, but maybe the size will be better. So then I go back and I can try that one again. I might not be against it, but so that might not be as nice of I don't think it's as nice of a photo, but the size is better. Okay. So that's what you're doing. Like, you're just kind of playing around. You're trying to find the right image. I kind of like it because it feels like it like blurs in. That's actually a nice looking slide. So I go back here. So you resize so it takes up all the space. And if it's blurry, find a new image, which is what I did. Then you repeat these steps for each slide. Okay? And then a quick note is that all images must be serious and clearly match your slide. And then, of course, you go to the next one and you do the same thing. So you find an image for each slide. All right. This task should be kind of fun because it's busy work, but you're really going to have watched this whole video to understand what to do. And like, you might want to rewind. If you ask me questions that are in the video, I'm just going to message back like, watch the video, make sure you watch all of it, and then I'll help.